She says, well, I would love it here with my dad, and I will be in the kitchen with my dad, and that we'd love it. Hey guys, how are you? I am Scott Allen, and we are here today to do Recipes for Rescue. That was Millie you just saw. Yeah, she's just all over everything. She's a little girl. Yeah, and you know the gig. We're Recipes for Rescue. I have a foundation. We help dogs. We send them to the US and Canada for adoption. We need everybody's help for that. If you like Costa Rica, if you're going to come to Costa Rica, if you want to come to Costa Rica, those are all good reasons to help us out. You can come visit. I do cooking classes here at my space where I have the dog rescue. So we have the dogs in the kitchen with us. We do many times in the classes, depending on what's going on. And so this is Millie, guys. Check her out. She's super, super sweet. She's been here for a long time in the dog rescue with Costa Rica Dog Rescue. So we're still hoping to get her home. She's a very happy girl and is a beautiful, sweet indoor house dog. So we're gonna do a great dish today. We're gonna make some pasta. I love pasta. Everybody loves pasta. Pretty easy, right? It's like one of those for sure things. So we have some linguine here. We've got sun-dried tomatoes. We've got some yellow cherry tomatoes, albahaca, sweet basil, rosemary, green onions, mushrooms, garlic. We've got some white wine. We're gonna have a little bit of cream, a little cayenne pepper for a kick. And that's gonna basically be what we do. It's gonna happen pretty quick. So let's get started, guys. We have some hot water here. I'm gonna put in the pasta first. I am gonna add some olive oil to that hot water really quick, that boiling water you can see. And then we're gonna put some salt in there. And then we're gonna throw in our pasta. And I'm just gonna put all of that in there. There we go. A lot of people break the pasta, but I like the big linguine. So yeah, look, just takes a second. And there we go, we got it down in there. Really important to stay on top of your pasta and stir it a lot while it's first going in. You don't want it to stick together, which will happen pretty easily. That's why I put a fair amount of olive oil in there as well. Cool, guys. Let's get started on the sauce, basically. Now, I've got some sun-dried tomatoes here. They're dried. I actually want to moisten them up just a little bit because when I saute them, they can get a little crispy. So I'm going to put them in some warm water. And we're going to let them sit there for just a second before we throw them in our saute pan, okay? We've got our garlic here. I'm going to chop that up real quick because that's going to be one of the first things we throw in, all right? And we're going to get our olive oil in our hot pan in just a second. Yeah, so we're going to do a pretty chunky chop on these, by the way. So you can just, I love garlic, so we are going to use a lot of garlic. And then I'm going to kind of cross chop that like this, right? Just hold it all together as my knife goes through it. I know a lot of people use a garlic smasher, so you can do that and mash it through. That's totally fine. I'm a big into chopped. I like to taste the little chunks of garlic when I'm eating my pasta or my sauce. In some cases, not all, but certainly in this one. Okay, we've got our garlic chopped. We've got our olive oil here. Let's go ahead and put the olive oil in the pan. Hi, Millie, how you doing? She's wandering around. She's actually not used to being in the kitchen. She's in the rescue center a lot. She gets a lot of attention. We have volunteers, tourist volunteers that come to Costa Rica and they love to visit the dogs and we take them out for walks. So she gets a lot of attention that way. Although she'd love her own family, right, Millie? Right, little girl? She says, yeah, whatever my dad says, I would love it. All right, guys, so here, back to the pasta. Actually, I'm gonna check the pasta, right? Like I said, we wanna do a good stir there. We don't want it to stick. Once you get it all really stirred well and that oil kind of gets it all, coats it a little bit, you're looking pretty good. All right, guys, great. Our olive oil is getting kind of warm to hot now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw our garlic in. Okay, great. So we've got our onions cooking. We're gonna slice our green onions here. Do nice and big slices on those. Nice and big with the mushrooms that we're gonna put in there. Set those there. I'm gonna do my mushrooms really quick. Just a big, nice, big cut like that, right? All right, guys, we're gonna add our onions and our mushrooms, okay? So let's do it. Okay, guys, there it goes, and there we go. All right, guys, so we're gonna just let that saute up for a minute there. The garlic is nice and well done, which I love. It really releases that flavor. Important right now. We're gonna add our sun-dried tomatoes as well. And then we're gonna add our cherry tomatoes. Guys, if you could smell this, you would be flipping out. Absolutely delicious. Look at that. Just nice, fresh, looking gorgeous. I'll pour that in there. There we go. Cool it down for a second so it stops cooking so much. It's actually still hot. Don't worry. We're going to throw it back in the pan and add some olive oil in just a second. Love it. I'm going to cut a couple of lime here. So I'm going to add a little bit of citrus to that, guys. And we're going to squeeze up. All right, there we go. We're going to add a little bit of butter, guys, that we're going to toss in there. I'm just going to let that toss in there. Look at those mushrooms. They're just getting nice and brown. We're almost there. I'm going to start, let me do my herbs real quick. So we want to do some fresh basil, guys, and some fresh rosemary. Okay, fresh basil, fresh rosemary. Obviously very easy to get. We're not going to put all that in there. Cut those stems off. Nice little pile there. See, and then we're going to put a little bit of rosemary in there, which we are going to chop, fresh rosemary, but we're going to chop it fine. So let's get that chopped nice and fine. Go. Add that. Just super Mediterranean style pasta here. All right, guys, so we're going to put our pasta back in the pan. I'm going to grab it, pour it back in there. It's still nice and hot. And I'm going to add some olive oil directly to the pasta. All right, get a little olive oil in there. All right, we're not done here yet, guys. We're going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. I'm going to get a spoon. We're going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper, all right? Just to give it a little bit of a kick, not too much, just a teeny little bit of a kick. We like that. I'm going to add some white wine and deglaze it all with some white wine right now, guys. Right? All right, there it is, guys. Now, you could add heavy cream at this point if you wanted to make that a creamy sauce, or you could leave it just like this. I'm going to put a little bit of cream in there. If you don't, it just, for me, it adds a nice little body to it. And I don't like a big, thick, heavy cream sauce, but let's just put a little bit in there. Look, not very much. Maybe like less than a quarter of a cup. There we go. All right, guys, so we're ready. Look, sauce is done. We're going to add some fresh Parmesan at the end. We've got our pasta in here. I'm just going to add it right to it. Okay, so look, we just pour it right in there. Check that out. Looks gorgeous. A little bit of a twist here with the tongs. Get that mixed in. All right, okay, guys, so let's plate this up. We're going to come in here. We're going to just dig right into our pasta, get some of our good ingredients. Get a nice big mound. Bring it right out. Give a nice little twist. Drop it on the plate like that. There we go. A couple more of our ingredients here. Bring those out and put those right up on top right there. All right, looking good, my friends. All right, a little bit more there. There we go. Now, this is just a nice, good vegetarian dish, okay? Now, I'll put a little bit more fresh basil right on top, and I'm gonna grate some fresh cheese. All right, so first, guys, we'll do a little bit of our cheese. So I always wait till the last minute to grate it because I just love my Parmesan cheese freshly grated. It just has that freshness. So we're gonna add it right now, right? I love Parmesan, so I'm a little bit healthy with that. And then we'll take a little bit of our basil, and sprinkle that right on top, guys. And there it is. Okay. That is our springtime Mediterranean pasta, we'll call it. And you guys, I hope you enjoyed this dish. I hope you make it at home. I hope you try it and like it, or some version of it. If you want to help Millie out, whether it's that you can adopt her, whether it's that you just want to help her and her friends' lives here at the rescue center, you can go to crdogrescue.com and help us out there with a PayPal. We're a 501c3 in the United States. Come visit us if you want. Like I said, we're here in Costa Rica, La Fortuna. Be happy to see you, and we'll see you guys on the next Recipes for Rescue. All right, guys.